Good day, Tai Chi students. Today we're going to talk about how we move in Tai Chi. The most important, the starting point is find a comfortable position when you're standing. We're standing a lot, we're standing for a long time, so we need to be comfortable. The weight of our body needs to be fully distributed over both feet. It's really not good to be standing on one leg and letting the hip to sink outwards. Same on the other side. You get tired and the body is not in alignment. You will gradually develop a little bit of a body ache or backache. So it's important that you keep your body in the middle, equal weight on both feet to start with. The movement then happens really from the feet. Instead of just moving your center of the body, which is here, and moving it across to one foot and the other foot, try something different. Try pushing down or pulling with the other foot in order to get your center across. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push with my right foot here and push myself over onto my left foot. Or I'm going to engage my right foot and pull myself over. Okay, so it's a little bit different. And what it means that we're using our feet to move the rest of the body. And that's really one of the principles in Tai Chi, that we use the feet first, the body follows, and the arms will continue with the movement. Okay. So if I wanted to take a simple step, and I'll go sideways so you can see it. So I go into that nice sinking position. The knees and soft, shoulders are over, and the head suspended over my shoulders. I'll move my body weight by pressing down with the foot. Allow that weight to move, and then place the foot empty. Heel goes down first, toes, and only then I transfer my weight forward. I can do that in the following step. I'll take the foot in and I'll keep my balance while I place the foot out. So the heel goes down, toes, and I shift my weight across. Okay. The same happens is when I go backwards, so this is slightly reversed. So what I do is I'll transfer the weight again by pushing myself away from that one foot. And I reach back, this time with my toes, keeping the foot empty, there's no weight on it, putting the heel down, and only then transferring my weight back onto it. Half a circle with the other foot, foot comes in, comes out, toes go down, heel go down. I feel a little bit of a stretch in my calf, and then I shift my way back, and I complete those next steps the same way. Okay, so it's really important that you practice that, so just simple walking can turn into a nice balance exercise. Okay, now we have the basic stance in Tai Chi, so from the middle position, from the equal weight, we go forwards. So if I do that transition and take a step forward for you, placing the foot down, and I'll stay in that stance there. We call this one a bow stance. It's a square underneath my feet, and I keep one foot in one corner, the other foot in the back corner, so opposite corners of the square. And that's pretty much about the most stable position you can be in. So if you wanted to shift your weight forward onto the front foot, you can, and shift your weight back onto the other foot also. Now, just notice my knees are staying over my toes. I don't allow my knee to go out or in. Keep it nice and straight. So that's really important. If you work on that, you will strengthen your legs by doing that. Okay, so that's your bow stance. The further two I want to show you today is hanging stance and follow step. Okay, so hanging stance is when we shift our weight back and allow the front foot to slowly empty, and only the ball of the foot or the toes are touching. Again, here it's important that we keep the knee nice and straight. We don't let the hip to sink outwards. Stay nice and tall. So if I show you what happens from the side when I do that, same movement. I shift my body across. Foot goes in front, but there's no weight on it. I'm only resting it there while my other foot takes the full weight. So if I wanted to go back to equal stance, I simply transfer my weight, allow the foot to empty, place it in front of me. So that's called a hanging stance. Okay? The follow step is very similar. Instead of us just taking a nice long step, we simply take a step forward, same way, so we push off on that one side, and to the foot, we take a step forward, heel down, toe down, the body follows. We go to that long step, but actually we allow the back foot to lift up slowly and then place it behind us, almost like a supporting wheel. So the ball of the foot is down on the floor, and we have most of the weight on the front leg. Okay, so if I go back just from the original step, shifting our weight, I'll take a step forward, and then I follow with my back foot, and I stay in that follow step. If I show you that step one more time from the front, you see the width of it. So I'll transfer my weight, take the foot in, out, heel down, toe down. I'll transfer my weight the same as I did before, and I simply follow with the foot behind me. Okay, so that's your follow step, hanging stance, and a basic bow stance. Okay, keep practicing.